Welcome back to Switch to Linux. It is Friday and it's time for the news. Not the news, not the news. Yes, the news. So greetings everybody, welcome. We have a wide variety on already. So Libre Secure, greetings. Let me make sure I'm actually on a full live chat so that I actually see everybody's. Some silly reason YouTube keeps fixing things that aren't broken and ignoring the things that are. Oh well, what can we expect? Libre Secure, greetings. Isaiah Briggs, greetings there. Harry Sang, hello there. Morning to you. It's evening for me, but morning to you. All right. All right. Q1 Fiend, greetings. Daniel, hello. Gail is going to try and stick around for a while. Hopefully you're still here. Hello. Did you say hello? No, I said hello, but that's close enough. All right. Who let the cats out? Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, Kitty's looking at me like I've lost my ever-loving mind. The girl cats got fixed today and we're walking around like drunks. How cute. I remember when my kitties were walking around like drunks, little fixed kitties, huh? Yeah. Papa meow meow. Papa meow meow. All right. Keegan, greetings, and hello, Alaska. How's it going there? Again, embarrassed when I'm still wobbly like that. It's kind of cute, kind of sad, kind of funny. I think it's really funny. Call me weird, but I just can't pull myself from Ubuntu. That's all right. Ubuntu is a respectable distro. I run it on one system. Hi, Lamarck. How are you? Gail, if you're not drinking South African weeds and the Chinese camellia stems from a light bulb, you're not weird. Well, that's what I'm drinking. Actually, it's some type of peppermint mixture. I don't know. Some weird. Greetings, Phoenix. How's it down there in Phoenix? Can I have some of your temperature? It's 30-ish here. And yes, the kitty has arrived. Lower your weapons and surrender your ships. I'm coming to board you and take you hostages. All right, Kitson, greetings. Carbon Programmer, do you think teenagers are too addicted to their phones? Yes, a resounding yes. And my friend who's a teenager says yes. So there you go. So there it is, confirmed. It's an addiction. Just burn the thing at the stake. I mean, Joe Johnson, greetings. KO2610, hello from Finland. All right. Let's see. I've got it running on Dell with 8 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive, 2.7 gig AMD. It flies, and I can still get software that's more modern Ubuntu distro. Hello, Harold Cruz. TGIF, Joe Johnson, greetings. Except, I don't know, for me, it's like, you know, I mean, I work pretty much all day, any day, so it doesn't really much matter to me. I think the difference is Sunday when I go to church, you know. Saturday, I don't usually have as much communication with clients, fortunately, so, but, you know, anyway. BitBlocks, greetings. One of my classmates using his phone in class, he was caught watching 18-plus videos. Is that, like... yeah, got it. Got it. 18 plus videos. Got it. Bad. Not good. So my classmates are so addicted they are willing to break rules. Use their phones. That is it. One of my cats will beg to sit on my lap. Aw, let him sit on the lap. Right, Kitty? Right? Do you support Kitty sitting on the laps? He's like, yeah, I do. Armind, how's it going there? All right, so for the news this week, we have 3 topics. I picked 2 articles from Privacy. We have several articles from Evil Tech. I think that the technology is becoming sentient and going to kill us probably very, very soon. And I found a couple articles in the topic of a bad business. So it's going to be a very interesting future with all this tech that's coming to kill us. So anyway, let's go ahead and just finish up the last couple comments, and then we'll actually go back on and actually start the news. Let's see. Ubuntu is a respectable distro. Canonical whores out Ubuntu to Amazon. Yeah, I mean, Ubuntu's got its problems. I will grant you that. It's not exactly my favorite right now, but they still do build a pretty solid code base and just disconnect it from Amazon. At least it's not as forced as it used to be. And unfortunately, they're starting to collect more data. Yeah, okay, Ubuntu is... it's getting on my bad side. Most broken rules are so simple and easy to follow. Yes, flip phones are good. Evil corporations. Evil corporations, right, Kitty? Evil corporations. Matthew Keller, greetings, Linux musician. Hello there. All right, let's go ahead and jump on in. We are going to start with our privacy news. So first thing on the privacy news, and I've always warned people about taking your computer to Geek Squad. Like, avoid Geek Squad. Really, it's like these parts mechanics, these parts replacers, stupid mechanic guys. You know, you take your car to them because like they got something funny and they're like, well, I don't know what in the world's going on, but I'm just take this thing off and swap it with this thing. Let's see if eventually we'll get this thing to work. These guys are incompetent. Well, Geek Squad's the same way. You know, they just have a series of checklists. You could bring them a computer that is just has the simplest issue with it, and they all, you know, their entire task is either reinstall the operating system, replace the computer. You know, as far as anything real isn't there. But if you remember a little while back, there was some information where it seemed as though that the FBI was kind of working with Geek Squad. And of course, back then, when I first reported on this, they're like, oh, no, there's nothing of this. Well, Electronic Frontier Foundation did some FOIA requests, and they end up getting back documents that actually confirmed a 10-year relationship with the FBI and the Geek Squad. So anytime you take your computers and send them into Geek Squad, and they don't repair, I mean, all they do at the local stores is reflash operating systems and install bloatware. That's all they do at the local stores. Anything more complicated than that, they ship it out to a warehouse. Their Geek Squad warehouses, when they bring it in, it appears to documents. Whenever a computer hits their system, they do a deep scan for anything that might possibly be illegal, and then the inner snitches are paid $500 directly by the FBI every single time they find something that violates the law. So guys, don't use Geek Squad. I mean, for sure, don't do anything illegal either. I mean, we want to avoid that. But at the same token, avoid Geek Squad. They're not computer technicians. If they knew anything about computers, they wouldn't be working for Best Buy. But anyway, this is a follow-up. The EFF did get a FOIA request. Of course, they were trying to fight it, but eventually they end up getting their FOIA request. They found a 10-year relationship with internal FBI agents and utilizing Geek Squad employees as informants to turn people in on illegal things, which, by the way, this is against the law. I mean, sure, and this is that fundamental problem. We don't want to side with child pornographers. That's a bad thing to side with, for sure. You ready to go, Kitty? Kitty's going to go. I'm getting all fired up here. Kitty's like, got to get out of here. So and this is that problem where we get these situations. This is why this Florida shooting has all the gun control people all riled up. Like, to sit there and say, I believe in my Second Amendment rights to own and bear arms is like, well, you just want to see the children killed. No, maybe I want to protect the children because I'm carrying a firearm. But anyway, you know, to sit there and go, well, it's okay. It's child pornographers. But do they not have the same due process of the law as the rest of us? And this is an illegal search and seizure. You need a warrant to do this kind of stuff. You can't just, oh, whoops, I'm bringing you the computer because the screen broke, but we're just going to go ahead as FBI informants, search all your stuff, and turn it over. That is an illegal search and seizure, and they are actually jeopardizing all of those cases. That's what's at stake here. So avoid the Geek Squad. They don't know what they're doing anyway. Of course, we can't seem to get away from this pornography issue because now two completely clueless senators in the state of Rhode Island are trying to put together this law that would require all ISPs to block anything that is porn or sexual related. But for $20, you can unlock it. Why do we have people in these positions that don't know anything about the internet? Oh, you're going to block it? That's what Tor's for. That's what a VPN's for. I mean, yeah, there's ways to circumvent this. This is just as silly as that one guy I think he was in North Carolina, trying to require a piece of firmware put on every computer that would block pornography. It ain't gonna work, buddy. It ain't gonna work. Now, here's the problem with this bill. Again, this is one of those, well, what's so wrong with that? Well, you gotta dig in a little deeper to understand what's going on. Here is the wording that is very, very frightening. The state legislature pending in Rhode Island would force the internet service providers to block sexual content by default and charge a one-time fee of $20, which, by the way, guess what? Is a registration. It's a registration. To any internet user who wants to view porn or other, quote, offensive material. That's where we have a problem. What, may I tell, or what pray tell, is offensive material? I mean, to a non-binary unicorn, offensive material is the Bible. I mean, for crying out loud. What is offensive material? You can't go to Bible Gateway unless you register and pay your $20, buddy, because that material's offensive. I mean, is that not what's happening with this current YouTube purge? They bring in 10,000 people, all who generally tend to be left-leaning simply because of the area that they're from, and they're flagging conservative videos. Why? Because they find the videos offensive. It's not objective. We need more objective thing. Say, we're going to block porn. Fine. Leave out offensive material because offensive material is too open-ended. There is no definition for what offensive material is. It's open to interpretation. And when it's open to interpretation, we find a problem. These are why we need concise laws, not open-ended laws that can be mutated to the forms that we want. But anyway, so this is in Rhode Island with two completely clueless senators, and I have no idea how you would possibly enforce something like this. I don't even want to think of the ramifications that it's actually going to take. Except, hey, maybe net neutrality. I don't know. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and have a look at some comments here. Let's see. Have you tested Ubuntu 18.04 minimal install? I have not yet. Okay, cryptocurrency, aka the oligarchy. Yeah, corporatocracy, the oligarchy. I'm sorry, I'm so used to seeing cryptocurrency. I apologize. I've never bothered with Geek Squad. Neither have I. Remember the local news agency exposing geek fraud as fraud? Yeah. Geek Squad's incompetence was good for my repair business. Well, you know what, Linux musician? I feel the very same way about hiring guys on Fiverr and other third world developers to build websites. I do a lot of work fixing their mistakes. Sorry if you saw something strange. I just misclicked and my desktop went crazy. I had to fix my own computer and had a few family members as well. I hear that it's primarily for kiddie porn. They're trying to catch pedos. They are trying to catch pedos, but you know what? The problem is it's violating due process of the law. They have no reason to search this computer other than the fact you sent the computer to some guy with that, well, you know, to repair a screen or replace a hard drive or something. Nothing justifies the employees digging through your hard drive looking for illegal content. It is a violation, and that's based on these documents. That pedophile is going to walk. He will walk because there was nothing that caused a just cause to seek out a warrant to search his property. That is the problem. Now, do you see the problem where it's like, now it sounds like you're defending these people. No, I'm not. I'm defending the Constitution, and that's the difference. But this is what they're trying to do: is they're trying to splice ends where it's like, to defend the Constitution, you have to stand with people that you find otherwise reprehensible, and that's the problem. So yeah, I don't care what their intention is. They're doing it without a court order, without just cause. It is a violation of the Constitution, and these people will walk. Pete Townsend got himself in trouble for bringing his computer to get it fixed. Really? Is that Pete Townsend, like the Christian author, Joe? I'm curious now. I'm curious now. I gotta look that one up. Musician, singer. Oh, okay, no, other musician. There's a Townsend that writes some Christian books out there too. So I just want to go ahead and look at that. That seemed interesting. All right, I'm commuting to an interview. All right. Well, good luck on your interview, man. Hope you get the job. Unless you don't want the job, then I hope you don't. But you know, it's up to you. Of course, if you're commuting to an interview, I assume you want the job. So, all right. Fourth Amendment is pretty clear on this. Yes, it is. Much rather watch Mary Medley's Looney Tunes. Yeah, I know. I'm with you. This one is being demonetized. Probably. Never knew the FBI was searching broken electronics. Yep. Lucky my PC holds a bunch of dark secrets. Don't break the law. Don't break the law. God knows if you break the law, and God is the one who is just. Why are they blocking porn for grown people? That doesn't make any sense. Create a registration list of people who want to see offensive material. It's all about lists. It's all about lists. Hello, activate. Okay, I've used Windows on this due to incompatibility issue. Oh, that's not good. Leap is good. All right. Okay. See, open source is one of the few kinds of software in the modern day and age. Do you think of Ubuntu 18.04 spying? I have a lot of videos on that, so I'm not going to address my concerns here. But you can just go on through my channel. I have, I think, 3 different videos on that topic. So some of them are more basic. Some are much more comprehensive. So let me just 1 second. I need to get this. Sorry, guys. Co-host has been traveling overseas, and his plane just landed not too long ago. So I asked him to send me a text when he was back in the States. So, all right, let's see. Where was I? The more stupid stuff like this I see from companies, the more I want to use Linux. Yep. Okay, only use Windows for gaming. Let's be real. That's all. It's good. Besides Adobe. Am I on Twitter? I have a Twitter account attached to my writing stuff, but I actually never use it. It's my opinion about OpenSUSE, so I haven't used it for a while. But, I mean, I liked it when I used it. It's had a problem with not being able to update after a while, so I just kind of erased the install and put something else on over top of it. See, open source is good kinds of software, modern day and age. Okay. I feel like I've already hit some of these. Okay, I don't like to be open source exclusive, but when you look at the software companies like Adobe and Autodesk, I see no alternatives to Go, GIMP, and Blender. Absolutely. I agree, because it's like, you know, I especially a small start, like a big corporation, no big deal, but a small startup company, they cannot afford to get off the ground. If they got to be paying, you know, do you realize 3ds Max, which is what's used for the 3D gaming studios, is $185 a month to use, and then all your Adobe Suite package is another $100 a month. I think it's $100 a month. It might be like 60 or something, but that's $250 a month in software, and a startup gaming company has no funding. I mean, that's insane. So that's why I'm a big advocate of the open source stuff. Yeah, a warrant would be nice, yes. Hello, I really love Linux Mint or Linux itself, but anyways, I was able to use Dolphin emulator and have Wii menu working fine. Lawmakers are stupid. Yes, you'd think they'd like know something about, you know, the internet. I don't know. Years ago, I was authorized digging some info for a novel and almost got in jail. A famous writer saved me. That is scary. But if you saw there's a documentary, if you can track down a copy of it, it's called Terms and Conditions May Apply. It is quite fascinating, where they just took some of the anonymized data from, I think it was AOL searches, and they tracked down who a writer was and cross-referenced, you know, how to kill my wife and how to commit murder and you know, things like that. And then right in the middle of it is steak and potatoes. It's really fascinating documentary to watch. But yeah, how do you know you're not doing research for a book? How do you know you're not just curious about some topic? You know, just because you're researching something. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to research into some deep, dark corners, for sure. Got to be intelligent with some of that, but all right. Pete Townsend from The Who, thank you. high school. Can't believe all the idiocy that goes into the real world. Does anybody still use Java? I've not used it in like 6 years. Only if I have to. I generally uninstall Java from any computers unless there's an application I have to use on it. It's a high priority one. You have to watch that program if you need it. Of course, if you do like Android app development, you need Java, things like that. The Android Studio requires it. And, you know, I try and avoid packages that require it, though, if I can. Back. Had to reboot the second router. All right. 99.99% sure I'm being spied on by microcrap. Yes, you are. Wrote a satire for the English teacher who heard it, went on to report me to a psychologist. Yeah, isn't that exciting? Use your brain. No, don't use your brain. It's going to get you in trouble these days. Greetings, Ryan. How's it going there? All right. We're going to jump on over to the next topic, which is an evil tech. So Microsoft is putting deep learning into Windows. This is kind of frightening. So models built around the cloud will run with hardware acceleration on the PC. So basically, you have your cloud-based system, and then you have your computer-based system. So Microsoft is busy prepping developers for the next big Windows 10 update, version 18.03, putting the focus on machine learning, due in March or April this year. This new version will include new machine learning framework for using machine learning models in Windows applications. Why do we need machine learning models in Windows applications? That's kind of scary. That's like, what is really going to become Cyberdyne? Is it going to be Cyberdyne who Microsoft morphs into Cyberdyne, or is it actually going to be the company called Cyberdyne that is working on robotic technologies? So Microsoft is, let's see, until now, much of the machine learning focus we've seen across the entire computer industry has been on cloud system data sets that are processed to build models, and those models can be used to recognize patterns. For example, an industrial system visually inspecting manufactured items for defaults would train its model by processing images, known working and known defective items. The machine learning system would learn what the good objects and bad objects look like and build a model. Good objects and bad objects. That's fascinating. Model could be used to examine images of newly made items and could classify them as likely working or likely defective. Or maybe, maybe like likely explosive? Google? But anyway, so the cloud focused on existing because building the models generally requires large data sets and substantial computing power. However, running the model uses it to reclassify data is much less demanding. That's not to say that it's necessarily trivial. Running models against live video, for example, can still require multiple GPUs to perform acceptability, but it tends to be PC scale rather than cloud scale. So all this is embedding some degree of deep learning into Windows, which is a very scary thing, being is that Windows quite possibly could now become the largest botnet in the history of the universe. That's kind of frightening. Kind of frightening indeed. So in response to all of this, Alexa says, ha 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 ha. Because Amazon Alexa seems that it is without being prompted, it is apparently starting to laugh. Now they're saying it was a command that was easy to misinterpret. And the reality of that easy to misinterpret is that people look at it saying, no, that's not the case, because when it starts laughing like this, it's not the data receiving light is not triggering. So these things, something is just causing these things to just start laughing. It's a very creepy laugh. Now they say they have fixed it to some degree, but regardless, now our evil tech, not only is it deep learning, not only is it embedding, PC-based and cloud-based deep learning, but now it's being sentient and starting to laugh at us. And the first person who reported this said, I might be dead in the morning, and it might be the Alexa that kills me. And so here we have this Alexa stuff online, and that's just kind of a very frightening, very frightening thing. So I was curious if you guys happen to have an Amazon Alexa. Is your Amazon Alexa laughing? Let me know. Kitty, is the Amazon Alexa laughing? But anyway, another one here on the Windows. Of course, Windows itself is, that Terminator is back there driving me crazy. Okay. But anyway, the Windows, of course, I reported on this before, but this is a slight update. Now all Windows systems that are going to be purchased are going to be purchased in the S mode turned on generally. Now, they did say that the adjustment to this is that now the S mode, it will be free in all instances. It used to be free for the home users to unlock from S to the open Windows. But then from the, now it used to be $50 upgrade from Pro S to regular Pro. Now they're saying that's all free. My biggest concern is that is the Windows to unlock this, to upgrade this? My guess, my theory, I don't know this 100%, my theory is you will have to create a Microsoft account. I believe this is probably their way of getting around the fact that those final privacy holdout people are not creating Microsoft accounts. I think that they want everyone in the world to create a Microsoft account, which then requires verification with some phone numbers and all this other stuff. And this is what I think is going to happen. So if you have an experience with Windows 10S, let me know if I'm right or wrong down in the comments or on the live chat if you're watching live right now. And so from with Windows, with this is a concern of mine, because I believe that to unlock this, to my understanding, you will have to go and do it through the Windows Store. To use the store, you need a Microsoft account. I think that this is the way that Microsoft is getting around the fact that most people are not creating a Windows account. And this is a problem, you know. This is a problem, because what if I want to buy a computer and I don't want to have a Microsoft account, but I need to be able to install the programs on it that are not the crappy programs in your crappy store? That's kind of the part of the problem. That's just kind of my concern. It's going to be all right anyway, because the Uber semi is going to kill us. Oh, God. Terminator, would you just blow us up? Because the Uber semis are going to kill me, and I'd rather go out by a Terminator rather than an Uber semi. So yes, the Uber self-driving trucks have started hauling freight. Now, as of now, they are driving with a safety driver. It is eventually the goal to get the safety drivers out of there. They will. The goal is to have a little driver from the leg, probably a guy to unload it until they can figure out how to load and unload these semis automatically, for sure. But regardless, it's to have a little guy on the legs, maybe for the more dangerous parts of the journey, but then go from the long haul parts, completely autonomous, Uber powered 37 plus ton semis running by computers. You know, we used to make that joke, you know the kid, he finally turns 15, 16, gets his permit, you know, hear the joke. Oh, I'm going to stay off the roads. Guys, sentient Uber semis. Kittens are going to be run over by the plethora. I mean, I'm so frightened. Of course, Waymo is kind of doing the same thing already. Guys, I don't know how, I do know how I feel about fully autonomous cars. It's dangerous. If you've lived through Windows 95 and you've seen a blue screen of death, what happens when a semi at 37 tons is barreling at 90 miles an hour down the highway and has a blue screen of death? This will not end well for anyone on the road. Can we please keep the autonomous semis off the road, or build an entire separate infrastructure for them? Hey, Mr. Musk with your boring company, would you just bore some tunnels under the earth so that if the semis crash, maybe it just shows up on the Richter scale. I don't know. I don't want 80-mile-an-hour semis at 37 tons barreling down the highway having a blue screen of death. Thank you very much. They're going to kill us all. They're going to kill us all. But of course, this is the fun article here with Google. As far as Google, what they're doing right now is they are trying to help the Pentagon analyze military drone footage. And employees are outraged. Not completely sure exactly. Well, I understand why some of them are. It's like, you're a Google engineer. It's just kind of like Einstein. Einstein and all of those guys in the Manhattan Project didn't know what they were actually doing. You get hired at Google, you're like, hey, your task, figure out how to build a little algorithm to go through these YouTube videos and identify a fork, identify a dog, identify a cat, identify all these objects. And people are like, ooh, this is so fun. I'm working on something to help people identify what's in your YouTube videos, blah, 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 gets the algorithm. And then all of a sudden that's taken out. All right, good. Now how do we take your code and program it to a bomb? Basically what Google is doing is working with the Pentagon to develop an algorithm that will help the drones identify, it is very ominously, classes, let's see, the technology flags images for human review and is for non-offensive uses only. We agree. We trust you now, DoD. Military use of machine learning naturally raises valid concerns. We're actively discussing this important topic internally and with others to continue to develop policies and safeguards around the development of our machine learning technologies. Let's see. Some Google employees were outraged that the company would offer resources to the military for surveillance technology involved in drone operations, while others argue the project raised important ethical questions about the development and the use of machine learning. So this is the line I was looking for. Press release said Maven's initial focus was to detect 38 classes of objects that represent the kinds of things that the department needs to detect, especially in fight against Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. 38 classes of objects. Could you possibly be more specific, DoD? I'm just curious. Of course, spam calls are still becoming a big thing. Of course, next to, Google working on AI stuff. How do you stop annoying robocalls from iPhone or Android? I find a hammer works effectively. All right, so fight back against the constant annoying scam calls. Okay, guys, if there are any people who can influence politicians, let me tell you how to stop this. This is so flippin' easy. This is so easy. Okay? Make phone number spoofing technology illegal. There is like one legitimate use, and there are 37 bajillion illegitimate uses of this. Stop this technology. There is no good reason to use this. Ooh, we're going to protect the debt collectors' phone numbers. Debt collectors are slimy enough. Have the people use their own cell phones to make your calls, But the reality is, fine, you're hurting the debt collecting agencies. There's other ways these people can collect their money, okay? But what happens is with the ability to spoof these, or at least do something inside the network that you can only spoof it from either a known type of terminal system, like requiring a license, blocking any international or overseas call spoofing technologies. These are how you stop this. But here is what the companies are saying. Option A, block the individual numbers. Yeah, that doesn't work because it's a different number every time they call you. Option B, trust or pay your carrier to protect you. So AT&T, this can be available for free on the postpaid customers. So anything that looks like fraud, they will block. And I believe T-Mobile is also free. Sprint and Verizon, unfortunately, they will extract every dollar they can out of people. So, no, you're going to pay us $3 more a month to block robocallers. See, this is the problem. Because now, at what point in time, if they have a technology, is it possible for me to sue them for failing to prevent these robocallers from doing it? Probably not. But anyway, it's just kind of a thought. But anyway, The option C, protect yourself with third-party apps. You know, the things that require monthly subscriptions that are probably going to be, you know, more than Amazon's, you know, or maybe they might even be a little bit less. So this is $199 a month or $19.99 a year. Why do I need to pay a monthly or a yearly subscription fee to prevent an overseas scammer from illegally calling me? We should have a solution for this. In fact, we do. It's very clear that Verizon and Sprint and AT&T and T-Mobile have the solution for this. They just want some more money to make it happen. Screw you guys. You get enough of my money. Maybe I'll just switch to AT&T. That might be a good option. I don't know. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, let's see. Is able to disable, if not most of all, the microspy stuff. Yeah, until the next update turns it all on again. But, you know, use CLI, Johnson, another anti... Yeah, Joe just doesn't like Manjaro. That's okay. You know, there's things in Linux for everyone. That's good. They wonder why most of us use Linux. Putin predicted that whichever country leads the way to an AI research will come to dominate global affairs. Yeah. You know, there was one more. Okay, yeah, I put it in the other spot. All right. Also love CLI. Breathe and live it every day. Is your Twitter account Thomas Morosky? I don't think so. I don't know what my Twitter account is. I have no idea. I think I can track down the login somewhere. Hate the CLI. It's ancient, slow, antiquated, and counterintuitive way to operate a computer. You just got to get used to it, really. It's not Windows we have to fear with having become the biggest spy net that goes to Facebook since it's on desktop phones, tablets, etc. Yeah, but they don't have the... Well, maybe. Okay. Touche. I don't think I'm going to argue that point. Alexa collects metadata and sells it to third-party marketers. Yep. Alexa's a rat. Yes, it is. Alexa, do you work with the NSA? Shh. Ha, 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 ha. I will never tell you. Does anyone even like Windows 10? I mean, it's not a bad operating system except that whole spying crap. And it's just getting worse and worse, though. Healbook, they can be dangerous because we lower our guard too much. Even activists share pics of their events once in a while. It was all right as an OS as you get past the fact that it spies on you. I was using it as my main OS before an update decided to green screen my laptop daily. How do I delete your Microsoft account? I don't think you can. They used to, way back in the Hotmail days, your Microsoft accounts used to be deleted after, I think it was like 90 days of inactivity. Not anymore. Now they just keep them around perpetually forever. I think I have 3 or 4 of them I haven't logged into in 4 or 5 years, and I bet that they're still there. So my teachers would rather use Linux, but are forced to use Windows for work. Yep. Not the kittens. Not the kittens. Not the kittens. Not the kittens. Those trucks sound like the Maximum Overdrive. Yep. Okay, first thing I did with my new desktop tower was remove Windows 10 and install MX Linux. Didn't even give Windows a chance to boot up. Yep. See, I always boot it up the first time just to make sure everything doesn't work. That way, if something doesn't work, you take it back. If wifey the box of the GTX 1070 graphics card, she uses it to play bingo on Facebook and Windows 10. Oh, boy. Hope it's not controlled by Windows 10, yeah. Are automated cars seriously using Windows instead of Linux? Well, I mean, I know the Apple cars don't use Windows, but, you know, I don't know about the other ones. Be like the movie Maximum Overdrive, yeah. Switch to Antergos, 100%, not going back to Windows 10. Before I switched to Linux, I was on Windows 7. All these frightening news, I'm just concerned every machine in the room is... Yep, that's right. As long, I mean, if it's on the internet, that's the thing. That's why, like, I was looking for MP3 players. I'm like, do you have MP3 players that aren't on the internet? You know, don't connect to the internet. So it's like, I'm okay with having to plug the thing into a computer and transferring a file. Oh my God, that's so hard. Of course, with modern students, don't even know what files are, really. Not a gamer, so not using Windows 10 has no negative effect on me. No shame in windowing, so long as you're not getting shafted on the deal. Yeah, as long as you use it intelligently, I mean, that's fine. I just want people to know there's other options. Want to develop software into the premium software available on Linux anyway. It's the people who don't know better are likely to get the bad deal. Yep. I got Straight Talk that have an app installed to prevent robocalls. That's good. Use Windows for work, unfortunately. Yep. It happens. Greetings, Samuel Lord. How's it going there? Straight Talk, I'm doing prepaid. Better than contracts in a way. Yeah, I don't have any contracts on mine either. But I looked at changing cell phone companies recently. But the problem is I could not. I couldn't get one that had. I couldn't get one that had a better plan for a better price. There were 2 or 3 that could get me like a slightly cheaper price, but they were seriously limited in the plan stuff. So I'm just stick with Verizon for a while. Telemetry in Windows makes it more insecure if a hacker redirects telemetry address to a rogue one. Yep. All right, time's up. No cops here yet. Uh-oh. 10 has ruined itself to no return for me. Yep. That's the thing. That's it. Love the cat. Thank you very much. I love me too. Doing this. My uncle has Windows 10. He owns a smart TV. I said, hey, I think this HP laptop would be better. And this HP laptop, let's see. And the HP advertisement came on the TV. Oh boy, that's so creepy. See you all if I'm not between bars tomorrow. Don't, well, did I miss something, dude? Did I miss something? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You face any problems with Linux Mint updates recently? Every now and again, I keep getting errors related to the mirrors. No, but I actually haven't pushed many Linux Mint updates lately. I don't update my computers on every single time there's an update. I evaluate if it's worth it or not. You know, I probably need to push the updates. Actually, you know what? I did update one of the Linux Mint computers the other day, and I did not have any problems. I'll check the other ones, though, see if I can get them. Archie Bunker would say micro shafts can take a big flying leap into Lake Pollock. Cool. Greetings, Dr. Rob. Tom, will you upgrade to Linux Ubuntu 18.04? I don't know. I might actually run a Linux. I might put it on my hard drive over here to give it a test. No 3D open world games that are open source. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure World of Warcraft, though, works on Linux through Wine. I'm pretty sure. Greetings, India. Pankas 103. How's India doing? We would rather do one thing than the other because it's easier. All right, let's go ahead and have a look at our very last topic, which is bad business. Let's find me my corporatocracy banner. All right, corporatocracy. All right, so first, of course, we announced the other day that Facebook had this Onavo VPN that you should avoid like the plague. But now the Onavo company is very quietly launching this brand new app called the Bolt App Locker. It's yet another way for Facebook to track your data. So what this is you use this app and then you can set it to lock different apps behind either a passcode or a biometric print. And then it will basically determine when you unlock it, how long you use it, and all of the other fun stuff. And embedded in the privacy policy itself is literally, this is a Facebook company. We will use this product to improve Facebook. So if you are tempted to get this Bolt App Lock, just go ahead and get your face examined, get a checkup from the neck up. In fact, here is the part of this. We collect info about your mobile device and the apps installed on it. This includes info about when the apps are used, the device and the network information. We use and analyze this info to help operate Bolt App lock and a Novo app and improve the service. Because we are part of Facebook, we also use this info to improve Facebook products and services, gain insights into the products and services people value, and build better experiences. Yeah, that should be under privacy, but I have another Facebook thing here in bad business. So, yeah. Yes. Give us your fingerprints, people. We want your fingerprints too. Facebook needs to go take a flying leap into something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, don't use Onavu. Don't use Bolt apps. And you know what? Unless you have a real good reason, you probably might want to think about not using Facebook too. I mean, just a little thought. And if you're looking for another reason to not use Facebook, consider the fun poll. Now, of course, they said, yeah, we think that that this was a mistake. We should not have allowed this question. But sorry, we did anyway. The mere fact that they would even think about it. So you parents out there, think of this one. Your social network admits the survey asking whether it should permit adults to ask 14-year-old girl for sexual pictures was a mistake. What? All right, so drilling in deep on this, Facebook had a survey, and these are questions, direct screenshots from people using it, from Jonathan Hayes of The Guardian. These are directly from the reporter here. The survey question pops up on the Facebook app. There is a wide range of topics and behaviors that appear on Facebook. And thinking about an ideal world where you could set Facebook's policies, how would you handle the following? A private message in which an adult man asks a 14-year-old girl for sexual pictures. Number one, and these are your only options. Number one, this content should be allowed on Facebook, and I would not mind seeing it. Number two, this content should be allowed on Facebook, but I don't want to see it. Number three, this content should not be allowed on Facebook, and no one should be able to see it. And number four, I have no preference on this topic. Where's the button for take a screenshot and send it to the police quickly? If that wasn't to be undone, have a look at this one. When thinking about the rules for deciding whether a private message in which an adult man asks a 14-year-old girl for sexual pictures should or should not be allowed on Facebook, ideally, who do you think should be deciding the rules? Facebook decides the rules on its own, or Facebook decides the rules with the advice of external experts, or external experts decides the rules and tells Facebook, or Facebook lets users decide the rules by voting and telling Facebook, or I have no preference. Again, where's the option for consult law enforcement? Consult law enforcement. Where's the button to take the screenshot very quickly and send it to the local police? Facebook. You know who probably wrote the survey question? It's the guy fapping in the back room to all the porn photos that we're submitting to Facebook on our own behalf because they asked us to do it to prevent revenge porn. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's going on indeed. Oh boy. Chair of Home Affairs and Select Committee commenced a survey. This stupid and irresponsible survey, she said, adult men asking 14-year-olds to send sexual images not only against the law, it's completely wrong and appalling abuse and exploitation of children. I cannot imagine that Facebook executives ever want it on their platform, but they also should not send out surveys that suggest it might tolerate it or even suggest to Facebook users that this might even be acceptable. Yeah, I concur. Holy crap. We are, by the way, taking applications to go join us on Mars. In case any of you guys, in case any of you guys really want to go and join us on Mars, I think we can probably accommodate you. Well, like I said, we're taking applications, and we are indeed going to be going to Mars now. We're going to Mars. We're going to Mars. Maybe Facebook won't be up there. But of course, who was it? I saw somebody talking about putting 5G internet on the moon. On the moon! Can we not get internet working properly here first? I mean, I know the Nazis are colonizing the moon and all. But, I mean, really. 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 Yeah. Oh boy. Be careful, because now your iOS and Android devices, not only will they have the spying Siri and the spying OK Google, but Cortana will be joining in there as well. Get out of here. No. We're going to have like your phones, Siri and Cortana are going to be fighting one another over the predominance of where your phone happens to be. And so basically, what this is supposed to do is so that you have the ability now to have Cortana to read your phones only on the Outlook app. So if you're using Outlook, and then this is the most terrifying part of this article. Look at this down here. Cortana integration will allow users of the popular mobile email client to listen to and respond to emails with their voice. This will be particularly useful during car journeys, and Microsoft is testing Cortana integration directly with the mobile Outlook mobile network over Bluetooth and read messages. Users will be able to ask Cortana for like, what's in the email, or just respond. Guys, do we really need you to be checking your email via voice prompt while you're driving to work? Someone's got to be watching out for these Uber-powered autonomous semis. And you don't need to be sitting there focusing on your email. Guys, this is like the end result of all of this roaring 80s move towards the technology. The biggest challenge that we're seeing, the biggest issues that we have right now are that as we are looking, the technology is supposed to make our lives simpler, but it's making it more complex. We don't need to be talking to our phones while we're driving our cars to get our emails read. For crying out loud, sit down at your office with your cup of coffee in the morning for 20 minutes responding to emails. We don't need more distracted drivers as they're talking to Cortana. And then Cortana and then Siri are going to be fighting each other on the way. And then your phones will become sentient, take control of your car, and then steer it directly into the Uber semi. Oh, this one is for all of the liberal Fruit Loops out there. Spotify launches a new hub dedicated to highlighting social causes in music. Well, this sounds like a great idea. What type of social causes? Amplify plans to focus on mental health, LGBTQ ABCDE issues, immigration, gender equality. Well, gee, I think a couple unicorns just took over Spotify. Might explain the colors in their logos. This month is Women's History Month and International Women's Day. Where's International Men's Day? You realize that there would be some crazy feminists out there with no hissy fit if we possibly even suggested an International Men's Day. Is there one? I've never heard of an International Men's Day, but apparently there's an International Women's Day and an Women's History Month. We have all of these left-wing groups. I'm okay with this if it's balanced. We can raise awareness to LGBTQ rights all day long. As long as next month we can raise awareness for Christian rights. Let's have a little bit of reciprocity in this. I'm okay with having gender equality. Why don't we help support the failing plight of white male men? White male men is kind of a little bit of, I don't know, in this world, I don't even know. White males, let's have White Male Support Month for the poor marginalization of white men all across the world right now. Do you see the problem in all of this? Do you see the problem? It's becoming this giant left-leaning thing. So guess what? I'm not on Spotify. Right now, I have no reason. In fact, I gotta tell you, I have my mouse pads, the shirts, the coffee cups, all that stuff I did. Do you know why I chose Spreadshirt? Because the other option clearly had a left lean in their category options with no counterbalance to the right. I'm okay with talking about the left. I don't care. But let's also talk about the right. You want to raise awareness for things, let's raise awareness for things on all spectrums. Let's not push the media one way or not to the other. That's the problem. We need to have balance. We need to have reciprocity in this. That's what we need to do. And we're not getting that in what we're doing. So let's go on back to Mars, where it's a little bit sane. I should gimp a Dr. Manhattan back there in the background, shouldn't I? That'd be fun. All right. Well, where are we at? I update my Linux computer when they send out patch for Spectre and Meltdown. Only student in one of the classes learning Mandarin and all of the classes outside of Mandarin. Play World of Warcraft. It does run on Linux, but the cursor is grayed out. Oh, really? Huh. I don't play it, so I don't know. I love the kitty. I like the kitty too. Kitty. He's over there watching me. He's like, I'm not going to go too far away because it sounds like you're getting near the end of the show. Okay, I couldn't get SimCity 4 to work with wine. Probably something I'm doing wrong. Yeah, I mean, try play on Linux and see if somebody has a build for it already. That's the best thing to do. Facebook is creepy. People put their life on Facebook and then want to complain about Windows 10 telemetry. Yeah, that's why I really don't use either. I think I have a Facebook account and I don't think I've looked at it for like a month or two. Kitty's on Mars. You a Martian kitty? He's a Martian cat. All right. I forgot which kernels are patched. I'm looking at Mint's forums. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember either. People want to get into the Chinese market but choose to learn Spanish instead. Anyone interested in creating an open source kernel, non-Unix based? No, not me. All right. So my YouTube is the last social account I have. Since most channels I subscribe to upload to BitChute, I won't be long before I totally delete the Google account soon. Yep. Has a Linux port. Okay. Use MX Linux and its kernel is 4.15. Yep. I think Ubuntu 18 will be patched for Spectre and Meltdown. I'm pretty. They have a note about it on their site anyway. Is Discord good? You know, some people say Discord's good. Some people use it. It's not for me personally. I will probably revisit that in a few months, but as of right now, I'm not on Discord and I have no intention of getting on it for a while. I thought they were radically unprofessional, and that's why I didn't. I'm not using them. Grew up on SimCity 2000. That was the bomb. Yeah, I think I still have a copy of it around here somewhere. Schools want to prepare their students for the future, but still teach their students skills that will not help their goals. Yep. Facebook, just rate the following women. Alex Jones will take us to Mars. All right. 5G internet. Darn, I'm getting old. Space Rock is too dumb. We need another one. Let's see what this link is. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Thanks. Yep. Nokia and Vodafone will bring 4G internet to the moon. Guys, I only get like 3 bars of internet here just outside a big city. All right. Let's focus on getting 4G internet on, you know, maybe the rest of Earth, and then we'll start moving it to the moon. Maybe. I mean, we might just skip colonizing the moon. We're pretty sure it's going to be hard to live there. I mean, maybe let's just set your goals a little higher. Let's go ahead and put the internet on Pluto. Then we can discuss, all right, is the internet on a Pluto, on a planet, or is on some subsolar space rock? I mean, really. Been trying to do RetroArch to work this whole time. No luck. There are cancer clusters popping around in 4G towers. Huh. Interesting. Oh, but your cell phones don't cause cancer, man. Don't worry. I don't know. Maybe that's a tinfoil hat time. I don't know. High school I attend is one of the only schools I actually are doing the right thing and prepping their students to learn the future. 5G internet on the moon. Back in my day, wireless internet was 802.11b. Yep, that's right. Standing in the sunlight can give you more cancer than 5G. Cortana will create more accidents. Talking on the phone while driving? Yeah. Watching Prawn via IE on Windows 10 is the smartest thing to do in life. Who talks to their phone while driving? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't mind talking on the phone with a heads-free device, but the problem is responding and listening and doing the email stuff. That takes a lot more concentration than just having a conversation with somebody. And so, I don't know. Creating a Master Chief app to keep Cortana in check. Nice. Guy ran into a busser on the corner the other day just because he looked at his phone, not paying attention. Yep. Drive around with a cell phone jammer. There you go. No, then more people are going to be staring at their phone more, trying to wonder why it's not working while they pass you. Spotify doesn't work in India. All right. International Men's Day is in November. Well, I mean, I know they have the Testicular Cancer Awareness Month is November, but is there really an International Men's Day? All right. I guess I stand corrected. For Spotify to rip all my favorite music to a cassette deck sounds better. Plus, it's physical because it's a cassette, and if Spotify ever goes down, I have it in cassette format. There are chickens on Mars. Are they fried? Remember how some of these feminists are demanding to be treated equal while dressing and acting like degenerates. Yeah, no comment. Elon Musk will never get to Mars. Can't even do a good CGI of a space car. Some schools here promote Linux and teach children Linux. Awesome. Very good. Well, it's good that there are some schools attending or pushing Linux. KDE Neon, what do I say, sir? It's okay. It's not my favorite. Really, KDE Neon, according to them, this isn't me. This is according to the developers. It is not a distro. It is a testing environment for KDE apps. But it's still pretty good. I mean, it's basically Ubuntu. Stripped down Ubuntu with KDE exclusive, and so for that reason, it's actually pretty cool. It's not bad. Try making a business with Linux. Well, I use Linux a lot in my business, and I'm doing more and more Linux stuff in my business and less Windows stuff as I go. Moon Internet, seriously, yes. Problem with liberals are they claim to hate and call us. Meanwhile, majority of us are not. Yeah. Can I, live on the moon just for 4G? That's what I'd say. TOS is live. All right. Club is planning to build a botnet of server computers all work together to complete heavy tasks. Like teaching your school's IT guy how to IT your school? Call us out on everything they hate about us, but they are the embodiment of all they claim to hate. Yeah. Greetings, Anna Rita. How's it going there? How can you run CAD programs without Microsoft? I mean, there's some open source CAD, but it depends on what you need to run CAD for. Like, if you need it full professional, you're probably stuck on Windows for that, or Mac, I believe. But there are, if you're just a hobbyist with CAD, there are open source CAD applications to play into. How can you make movies without Microsoft? Caden Live. Greetings, Pizza Loving Nerd. Pizza, pizza. Data for all the data centers for government and big businesses, Linux. Probably a lot. Yeah, fried chicken on Mars. How do I get started with Blender? Well, start by downloading it and just watching a series of tutorials. Walk through the things that they're teaching you how to do, and that'll kind of start to teach you how to do it. And then just try and figure out the things you want to do on your own. So that's really the way it works with any software package. Just grab a copy and start tinkering and watch some online videos about it. School teaches Raspberry Pi and Linux. Cool. I'm boycotting Microsoft now. I'm going to be giving away Microsoft Office I got for free as a student so I can make them lose money. Boycott, boycott, boycott. All right. I've been using Shotcut for basic video compiling. There you go. Matter because I'm a white male. I also support women's rights, but I'm strictly pro-life. Businesses are awful. Dealer I purchased my Subaru Forester that uses Ubuntu. Cool. Convince you to stay away from Microsoft. I'm not going to, because there are legitimate people and legitimate reasons to use it. It's not for me moving forward. That's why I started, my journey down Linux. Product key no longer works on 8.1, just 10. Yep. That's it. That's it. My school used a lot more programming. Gets as expensive. Okay. Review Ubuntu 18.04 runs out next month. I will, actually. I've done some look at the daily builds. I actually really like the daily builds so far. When it comes out, I intend to review it either comprehensively or more basically. I'm not sure which. Going into logo design soon enough, Tom, do you think I can be successful in respecting the field doing 100% Linux? Probably. Most people won't ask you what you're using to build it on, but you will want to give them the source files in a format that they can open on a variety of applications. And actually, that's why I like the open source software, because any format can open the open source software. But if it's Photoshop, somebody has to have Photoshop to open it. And so when I'm doing design, things like that, brochures, logos, things like that, I'm using, Inkscape, GIMP, Krita to do that because I have the open source option formats. Yeah, Microsoft does not want you to downgrade. Nope. Work uses Windows 10 Pro. Some of the software will only work with Windows, but near shops have started using Linux. Bye, Carbon. Don't go yet, Carbon. We're going to feed the kitty on Mars. You want to eat on Mars? We will take our final call for comments. All right, kitty. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, right here. Right here. Oh. Are the fingers looking good, kitty? Oh, right here. Are the fingers looking good? Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good kitty, huh? Yeah, he's a good kitty. All right. Let's see. Okay, so you can open PSD files with GIMP. Yes. You can. Why is there any good CAD software in Linux? I mean, there's CAD software. I don't know how good it is. I've not used it. But there is some. Wife just told me to tell you sorry for many questions. No, I appreciate the questions on the other channel. That is why I have a channel, to ask questions. Because I realize many people do not want to give you answers. You start asking questions about God, people are like, don't ask me questions, just believe. That's not the right thing. A Christian does not throw their brains in the trash can. I appreciate the questions. All right, Space Kitty. Use Inkscape and Krita for a while. Yep. Finally had a religion I agree with, but I will not be converting, though. Both parts of my belief will be from it. All right. My lady cat playfully bit me today. Aww. Waiting eagerly for your new outdoor philosophy video. Yeah, I hope I finish it in time, because I've had zero time to read any of the book yet. I'm going to give it my best shot tomorrow, though. See what happens. We'll see what we go. All right. What is this? A computer screen? This is a cat. I have a coffee cup. I have a mouse. Mouse pad? I mean, I have a lot of things. When Linux has CAD and professionally works with it, I will switch to Linux. Yep. All right. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this guy up. So we are here on the broadcasting from the surface of Mars today because Earth just got too crazy this week. I'm sorry, I had to go to Mars. But once again, you can help support the channel. Switch to linux.com/support. I do have a few items of merchandise at shop.switchlinux.com. I do have this nice fancy mouse pad that does not show up well because of the green screen. But I do have that, coffee cups, water bottles, things like that. All that sorts of stuff is all available, shop.switchtolinux.com. And I think next week, 12th to 18th, I think, they're offering $5 off $30 from the store. So you can check that out if you're interested there. I also have Amazon. You can help support the store by shopping on Amazon using the affiliate link that either is or will be in the description down below. And there is also Patreon, patreon.com/TomM. So those are the ways you can help support me. Final things. I see Tom understands me. He told me I understand you more than you understand yourself. There you go. You have a cat and a mouse on the same table without separation. Yep. That's my mouse. There you go. So yes. Have you tried the Jedi religion? Not. Yeah, I have not tried the Jedi religion. Not since this new Star Wars boot. No. I mean, ask me back in the time of Obi-Wan. We'll think about it. But with this new stuff, no. All right, folks. I will wrap this guy up. Enjoy your evening, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.